everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making a Valentine's Day wreath. I'm gonna go ahead and wire up this frame. I know I just did a video on this, so I'm not gonna talk through it, but I wanted to make this wreath because I saw that Craft Outlet finally had this border mesh in stock that you can kind of see off to the left over here. I was trying to get this all during Christmas and I couldn't. I saw they had red and white and red and black, and I said, well, I want to do a red and black Valentine's Day. And then I found a sign that went with it, and I found ribbon, and I was like, okay, I'm good. So I'm just gonna wire this like I always do. One on the inside, two on the outside, 18 total. And I am using contrasting pipe cleaners because I want to be able to easily find them when I go to add ribbon and tubing and whatever else. So if you're watching the short version, I'll be right back. And if you're watching the long version because you're a cool person, welcome to Super Secret Chat Time, where we talk about people who watch the short version and how they don't accurately support me as an art. No, who cares? Uh-oh. This one didn't go all the way through. Can we take a second to discuss this nail polish? I don't know which finger to show you because my cuticles are so gross. Where is it? Is that not the ugliest color ever? Like, the glitter's fine. Look at these. It's like they specifically chose this. I ordered a box of gel polish that was all like browns and neutrals, and I was like, every one of these looks like they swatched it from a baby's diaper. Yeah, I've been keeping my nails polished. I used to do my nails all the time, but I've been keeping them polished because I had a little trauma, and several of my nails have detached from the nail plate. The nail plate has detached from the nail bed. I don't know if there was one over here, you can kind of see it, how the white is like going in further down. This one's really bad. Oh, and my thumb's kind of bad too. I don't know if you can really see that, but I don't like looking at it. And it's just got to grow out, but I don't like looking at it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me paint these bad boys up. And then I bought a gel kit, and it's been like, ever since then, I'm like, who needs their nails done? Does everybody need their nails done? Who needs gel nails? Does anybody out there do their own gel polish? I put some on when I got the kit. I got the kit like Monday. I put some on. It was a terrible pink color. Like, it wasn't even a pink. Like, I have nothing wrong with pink nail polish. It wasn't even a pink that I was like, who is this for? Is this for like a 6-year-old girl? Like, her first nail polish color? It was such a baby pink. But it was the one the kit came with, so I put it on. And normally nail polish lasts me like, I don't know, a couple of days, maybe. Sometimes not even that long because I have a very oily nail beds, and it stayed on. Like, there was not a chip, there's not anything, and I was like, this is the way to go. Now I just need to find the perfect nude color because I want my nails nude all the time, and this is not oh, see, all my lights are at a weird angle now, so you can't, I mean, that is like yellow would be a nude for somebody. I mean, depending on your skin tone, it's just not a nude for a pale white boy. Okay, so this is the last one I'm putting on here. This mesh over here is, they're not full. Well, are they? No, these are the full. There's other ones up here that are just hanging. I'm just doing ruffles on this. Each one is going to have 2 ruffles. These are all cut at, they should be cut at 20 inches. Mine are cut at like 19, because every time I cut to 20, we've been through this, I never get it right. So mine are cut at 19, and I have a little bit left over. I don't want this to fall behind the table like everything else has been falling behind the table. So what you do, curl side down. I'm just gonna go through the middle. Put this in, give it a twist, and I might as well do the black while I'm here. Do I want to do that, or do I want to come back around? I'll do it right now. You can choose if you want to go through and do the first layer and then come back to the second layer, or you can do them all at the same time. You can also do them both at the same time and add the tubing and the ribbon at the same time. I don't feel like doing that because that's just, it'd be me doing nothing for like, you know, an hour of the video. Okay, cross them over. 1, 2, I want one going this way. And one going that way. And then the next one we'll do, the black will go on the bottom. And see, that first layer will always be facing in. And I'm not super precise about this. I'm just trying to get those ends in. Okay, and like these are always going to be facing in, so when I put this one in, it's going to go like this. Possibly. It's going to go like this. Facing in and out. And then my white layer is going to go the other way. This would have been cute to have for Christmas. Okay, so this one's gonna go this one goes like this one's gonna go like this. And then we're just gonna alternate the colors all the way around. And if you're watching the short version, I'll see you in like 30 seconds. That's my go-to speed up time now. So yesterday, was it yesterday? What's today? I don't even know. My days are like running together crazy since I've been sick. My mom, you know, she got a promotion at work. Her schedule's all messed up. We usually go out on Saturday. Now we have to go out on Tuesday because I usually have therapy on Monday. It's been a mess, so I never know. Like we went out yesterday, so today feels like Sunday because we usually go out on Saturday. But yesterday was Tuesday. We went to Walmart in Slidell, and we went to Hobby Lobby because I needed like jute colored, the ones I use in the other wreath, like the burlap colored, natural colored pipe cleaners, and crap outlet's been out of them forever. And I was like, oh, the Christmas is finally 50% off. I said, maybe I'll be able to find something. Y'all, let me tell you, if that was not the most depressing thing, like, there was nothing. They had, I mean, in November when we went, or October, whenever it was that we went, I think it was like in October, they had I had probably had like 15 aisles, nothing but Christmas stuff. Now it's all spring stuff, and it's condensed. The Christmas stuff is condensed down to like 2 aisles. And I was like, that is so sad. Like, I realize I know they have to do that. I mean, I am making a Valentine's wreath in the middle of December. But I was just like, oh. I was like, I guess they sold out of the stuff they had, and now they're like condensing everything. But it was a bummer. I was like, this sucks. I just don't want it to be over. Not that it's been going great for me this year with Christmas, or, you know, with life in general. But it's like, I want it to stay, and you're already taking it away, you know? Just one of those things. I've been talking to my therapist. Mental health talk ahead if you want to skip this. I've been talking to my therapist, and, you know, I talked to him on Monday. He was like, how's your anxiety? How's your depression? That's kind of like how we first check in. And I was like, it's good. And I said, I have this like profound sadness that feels like grieving. And he said, like, more depressed than usual. I said, no, not more depressed than usual. Like, I'm sad. Like, I am just very sad. And I don't know why. Like, I know some of it is Carl not being here for Christmas, but like, my grandma was never really, she was Jewish for a while. She was dating some guy. She was never really into Christmas. Like, we didn't see it. Like, it wasn't like, oh, grandma's coming over for Christmas morning. Like, she wasn't like that. Like, she would come over for like a big Christmas Eve party, but she was never really that kind of grandma, you know. Yeah, it was just, I just said I'm sad. I said, you know, and it was before the stuff happened with the dog. It was before I got sick that I just started feeling this. I mean, grief is the only thing I can compare it to. I said, I just feel like I've lost something or someone, and I am in mourning for something intangible. I don't know what it is, but I'm sad. And when I talked to my doctor, I saw him Monday. I saw my doctor on Thursday after I went to the emergency room, and she's like, "Hey, I'm so glad to see you." And I was like, "Hey." She's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Nothing." And she's like, "You're not yourself." And I was like, "No." I said, I don't feel good. You know, I've had this thing. I'm coming to check in with you. You know." She said, "Your mood seems a little off." And I was like, well, like, I'm the kind of person where if I'm depressed, which I am always depressed, but if it's bad, because depression is not it's not like a one symptom thing. Like, it's different for everybody. It's different from day to day. It's different from hour to hour. It's always there, but it varies. So when I have to see somebody like my doctor, like, I know she enjoys seeing me as a patient. Like, it's like a nice break to have somebody that you're more casual with. Like, I'm sure Mark feels the same way, in that, oh, I don't have to talk to Adam about like this horrible drug addiction he has. Like, I can talk to him about, you know, other things. It's not going to be something, I'm never going to come to him and be like, "Oh my God, I tried crystal meth and I loved it." It's never going to be that. So when we talk, it's more, like, hey, you're my friend who's a professional who I'm paying to talk to me, you know? And it's the same thing as with my doctor. And I try, which I need to stop doing. I just need to, you know, feel how I feel. I try to portray something I'm not when I'm out in public, because nobody wants to be friends with Eeyore. That's going to be the name of my biography. Nobody wants to be friends with Eeyore. So usually when I'm at the doctor and I'm not feeling great, I will fake it a little bit. I will fake that I'm like, oh no, it's fine, you know. Like I'll you know, I'm not gonna lie and say like everything's perfect, but I'll turn it on. I guess that's what I'm saying, is that I turn it on sometimes, and I just couldn't turn it on that day. So she said, "Are you still seeing your therapist?" And I was like, "Yep." I said, "It's telehealth. I hate it. I can go into the city, but it's like such an ordeal. It's not really an ordeal. Like, it's not hard to get to. I just don't like driving out there when I can. It's hard to go places when I can either get dressed, get in my car, drive into the city, find a parking spot, go into the office, sit there in the office, or I can just set my camera up somewhere and stay in my pajamas. You know, I mean, it's hard to make that jump back. This is like moving all around, but it's okay. Like, it's just easier to do telehealth, but I don't like it, because it's like, I saw him last week in person because I brought him a pie, and it's a completely different experience. And I was like, oh my god, I missed like this. Like, we're having a conversation and you're sitting there and you're 6 feet away. I think I need to tighten this. Why is it moving so much though? What is her problem? You know, there's like a sterility to doing it through video chat. And he said he's treated 2 people he started seeing after quarantine and everything. He's treated them and released them, and he's never met them face to face. And I was like, how do you do that? You know, it's just, I need that connection. But yeah, so anyway, back to my doctor. She told me that they now have a in-house psychiatrist, which I haven't seen a psychiatrist in a really long time, because I went to one when I was in high school. I went to one when I was in, this is a real trigger warning if you want to definitely skip ahead. I went to one in high school because I was having freaking YouTube, I can't even say it. Thoughts, ideation, whatever you want to call it. And I was self-harming because this might have been slightly after high school. Like, I started seeing him in high school, but it like bled into the next year. You need to go this way. And I went to go see him, and he's like, let's start you on this. And I didn't understand the difference between like a psychiatrist and a psychologist. Like, he was just there to dispense drugs. Like, that was just a drug dealer. And you know, I got to a point where I was really bad off with what I was doing to myself, and I went in and I told him, and he was like, can I discuss this with your mom? Like, I need you to say that it's okay for me to discuss this with your mom. And I was like, yeah, because I realized I needed help. I hadn't told anybody what was going on at the time. And he called my mom, and he had her flown in. He had her fly in, like, the same day. She showed up at my house that night. And she was like, your psychiatrist wants me to commit you. And I was like, oh. She's like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, okay. And it was very awkward. I didn't see him again after that. I was like, I'm not risking that because this is not... Like, I think there's a big difference between, like, thinking about something and then, like, having a plan or acting on it. He thought I was trying to act on it, and I just did a really bad job. But that wasn't the case. So, I am, like, weary of psychiatrists because the next time I saw a psychiatrist, it was when I was seeing, I think it was one of my therapists before Mark. They were all in the same place. You know, like when I first started there, they were like, do you want us to handle your meds here? Because we have psychiatrists that come in, you know, they come in like once a week and see patients. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, instead of my primary handling it. And the guy who was a psychiatrist, he was like 2 hours late. And he called my name and I went in this little tiny room with him. And when I tell you I have never wanted to throw up in front of a person before so much of my life, based solely on how much they stunk, he smelled like the bottom of a bottomless ashtray. It was, I still think about it and like if I'm ever somewhere and I'm like, I smell smoke, that's the first thing I think of. And I was like, well, first of all, you were late. I don't care if you're a doctor. You're wasting my time. And you smell god-awful. So I went back to having my primary do my medication, but my doctor, she said, listen, we have someone in-house now. She's really good. I think she's like, I don't want to guess where she's from. She's not American. Because I looked at her last name and I was like, what does that say? And she told me and I was like, what? It was one of those very hard to pronounce. And she said, she's from, and like, she started to like make a guess, but she's like, she's not from here. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, is that a problem? And I was like, oh, of course not. Like, no, I'm not going to be like, oh no, I need to see an American. But yeah, I need to make an appointment to go see her because my doctor thinks that she might be able to more finely tune what I'm taking, because I've been on the same, you know, psychiatric meds for 10 years, 11 years, and, well, no, I did change up some stuff. Not, I didn't change it up, my doctor changed it up, but, she upped my Zoloft to just see if that helped any. So we'll see. I mean, it's not bad right now, but I know after Christmas, it's gonna get worse of me just feeling like sad. And if you're new here, you're like, oh my god, what did I just click into? But in case you are new here, we are a very transparent channel. We talk about everything. A lot of mental health stuff because we need to erase the stigma surrounding it. And I am not ashamed of having a mental illness. should you? Why are these ruffles taking so long? Oh, I actually did it right. I was wondering if I was gonna like screw up the pattern at some point, but I didn't. So how are we liking this filming setup? What is this on here? Oh, it's a pipe cleaner sticking through. I was like, what is that? I like it. I like the white. I wish that I could move this whole thing down about a foot so you couldn't see anything over here, but it's not like there's anything over there to see. Alright, this last one's always a little difficult to get in. But it's a lot easier than the one on the inside, that's for sure. I have some mesh that's purple, green, and gold. It's just like a mesh I bought for Halloween, and it's all metallic and it just shreds to pieces. And I ordered it instead of the Halloween version. I got the Mardi Gras version, and when I opened up the box, I realized that it was like the same mesh, and I was like, oh god. So I am going to have to either not cut that or set up some kind of workstation outside where I can wood burn it. But yeah, this is my... I'll probably do another... This is my last Valentine's wreath I have planned, because I only bought enough stuff for 2 of them. You know, business, we could have bought a lot more stuff from Craft Outlet if somebody didn't owe me $1,100. I keep telling him he owes me money, and he's like, what? He's like, I'm a dog. I don't have thumbs. What am I supposed to do for a job? I think I talked about this in the last video, but I started a Patreon. It should be linked in the description to the videos. There's nothing there yet. Fair warning. There's hopefully something there by the time you're seeing this. But yeah, Patreon is already just like such a weird experience. Like it says like, you know, there's all these different tiers. And there's one where you don't get access to anything, you get nothing out of it, you just give me money to support me, to support the videos, to say thank you, to like buy me a cup of coffee, whatever. And of course, I set that at like $2. Because I was like, you're not getting anything, like why? If I'm not giving you anything, how am I gonna charge you more than anything? Like, you're getting the YouTube videos and you're like, you know, it's like a tip, but I click $2 and this pop-up comes up and it's like, do you think maybe $5 would suit you better? And I was like, well, yes, clearly $5 would suit me better, but I'm charging people $5 for nothing. Because they're not getting access to any of the perks on Patreon. And then you have to set up all these tiers. And I was like, okay, so for like $3 a month, you can like read the posts, and then for like $4 a month, you know, you can. I have no idea if it's even right. Who knows? I sent it to Michelle, and I was like, "Does this look right?" And she's like, "Why is one of your tiers $5? Why is one of your tiers $2, and there's another one that's $150?" There's a $150 one because you get, if you join and you pay the $150 and you let it go for a month before you cancel, you can't join and then cancel and get your money back. After a month, you get a free wreath. You know, I'm going to try to theme them if anybody actually participates in that tier, theme them towards, you know, like if you pay for January, at the end of January you get like a Valentine's Day wreath, you know, or a spring wreath, or you know, if it's summertime you get a fall wreath, like theme them like that. I haven't thought it all through yet. But they're like giving me all these tips. They're like, think about what you can offer your patrons, and I'm like, I literally have nothing to offer. Like, everything I could possibly give anybody is already on YouTube. But there was like some behind the scenes stuff, and I was like, all right, well, I guess you could see the videos before they come out, and like see some behind the scenes stuff. We'll do some live chats. We'll do some lives, like live streams, probably of me while I am working on. Alright, see, now I'm confused. You know, while I'm working on something, because some stuff I don't film, just because I feel like that would completely suck the joy out of my crafting. If I had to like be like, wait, I want to make something, but let me get the camera out and let me clean the table and all of that. So yeah, the Patreon is coming. I have no idea. Like, you can vote in polls. Michelle's like, what are you doing? What are you going to vote in the polls? I said, I just did what they told me to do. I have no idea what I'm doing. Every time I tried to do something, they were like, you should ask for more money. And I was like, well, okay, Patreon. Like, you don't even know. You have no idea who I am. And they're like, ask for more money. You deserve it. And I'm like, okay. And then, you know, I'm talking to dumb Michelle, and she's like, you do deserve it. And I was like, I'm not asking these people for $25 to get nothing in return. I was like, I am not that person. There are literally hundreds of people who make wreaths who are that person. So, I mean, if that's what you want. I looked at somebody's private group, which y'all know how I feel about private groups. Not for me. I wouldn't, like, I'm not gonna charge you to watch me do this. Like, even if I was doing something more elaborate, whatever, I don't know. I feel like that would definitely take more fun out of it. But somebody said something in a live I was watching, which I only watch the lives after they're done because I can't stand people sitting there chit-chatting, or how some people are so rude. They are so rude to the people who are paying your bills. Like, this person in this chat watching you is paying your bills right now. Even if they're not directly sending you money, like, they're paying you bills. And like, some people are so rude. And I went to go look at one of the, you know, like, oh, you know, they said something about like, oh, my private group, you know, we're doing this in my private group. And I was like, I wonder how much that would be, because like, it's, you know, maybe I could use some, I really need help with like Etsy, because that's a whole other thing. Just wonder how much it is. I said, you know, it might be a worthwhile investment to see, you know, how to do this, how to do that, whatever. And I'm thinking, if it's like $20 a month, I'll sign up for, you know, I'll sign up for a month. I said it can't be more than $20 a month. When I tell you, it was so much more than $20 a month. I seriously thought, like, I looked at it and I was like, this is more than every one of my streaming services, and if I wanted to get cable on top of that. I was just like, I just stared at I just stared at the screen for like 5 minutes in just like complete shock. And I was like, who? Who? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna pay that much money for a class from Beyonce to teach me how to become Beyonce. Alright, let me tell you. So, I did not join. I figure if these people who do really good on Etsy, who do really good on, like, I can't go on Facebook, y'all. I'm sorry. If y'all are like Facebook people, and you're like, you should do lives on Facebook. No, Facebook is not a place I want to be. It's not a company I want to associate with. It's just not for me. Oh my god, there's still another one? Oh, but at least I still kept my pattern, huh? Alright, good. So, this is the last one. I can't do Facebook. I mean, not only would that mean I would have to, like, reactivate... Oh, my business page is still up. And I think my personal page is still up, too, but... I can't... There's a reason I left Facebook. Coincidentally, it was, I guess, around November of 2016, when I was like, this is not a good place for me to be anymore for my mental health. So I haven't been on Facebook in a while, and I just like, I can't go back in there. Like, I can't use that as part of a selling strategy because it is toxic. It is like Britney Spears 2007. You're toxic, I'm going under. It's a taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you because you know that you're toxic. But yeah, if all these people figured out how to sell on Etsy, and they sell well enough to offer a class that costs more than a dialysis appointment, I can figure it out too. I just don't wanna. Isn't that the worst thing? I'm like, I want money, I want to make money, I want to sell wreaths. The packing up of the wreath is... I was like, this isn't going to be that hard. Each box takes me like 45 minutes to pack up. It's like just next level ridiculousness. That is a really nice base, huh? I was worried the black might be a little overwhelming, but where's that one that was sliding all over the place? Slipping and sliding, dipping and diving. Okay, so wherever you are, you're going, is this? This must have been it. If you ever have one like this, I'm gonna get a little bit on the mesh, a little bit on the frame, a little bit on the pipe cleaner. And that should keep it kind of where it needs to be. Alright, so this is my base. I still can't really see any of my pipe cleaner, so I don't know how good of a job I did, but that's a nice base. And in case, let me see if this, can you dry? Can you cool? What if I rub my finger up against you? This is my sign, which I think I'd like to put on right now. Ow! Alright, it's cool enough. This is my sign that goes with it. I kind of want it in the middle, but here's my problem. If I put it in the middle, where do I put the other stuff? Like, I know I can put ribbon tails, I can put deco tubing, but like, I have these really big foam hearts, and like, where does this go? Where does this go? Like, I guess that's kind of cute. But I only have one other wreath where I put the sign in the middle, and every time I look at it, I'm like, that's not me. So I am thinking if I can put it off to the side. I don't want to do this. put it off to the side. Put it higher up, maybe? Like, put this up here, put a bow down here. Put this here, and a bow up here. And then... This definitely needs to... This is going to be one of those signs where instead of... Like, normally when I'm attaching a sign to a wreath, I am pulling it in like this. This is going to be one where I'm pulling it out because this is going to have to attach over here. This is going to attach over here. That makes sense? I believe in you. No, I don't. I don't believe in you. I don't believe in anything. This cannot be... I need a yarn needle. Like, I need just a big needle so bad. Okay. That is definitely caught on something, but... This off a little bit so I don't lose the pipe cleaner. Oh, and this is just attached with staples because it was a thick sign, so. Oh, what about... You guys, what about offset? Off-center? Can I do that? You guys, we are acting crazy in 2020. Things are lit, things are on fleek. Somebody said something the other day, like on Instagram. I don't know what it was. They were like, oh man, that is so whatever. And I was like, is that good or is that bad? And I called Michelle and I was like, hey, what is... I don't even remember what it was. It was so stupid. I was like, hey, like, is like something being bamboozled good? And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, this millennial said something about, you know, like it was real bamboozly of him to do that. And like, is he mad or like, is he stoked? She was like, I don't know. I was like, can you go ask one of your children? And she's like, no. I don't talk to my children. And I was like, oh, okay. It wasn't bamboozled, it was something else. I was just like, I don't know the lingo. What are you children talking about? Where do I park my car? Can you help me up this ramp? Three people over 65 just unsubscribed. They're like, screw him. Okay, see, so while I would normally be pulling in this way to get this where I want it, I am pulling out. That's just how you do it. Does anybody remember that song? The Montel Jordan song? Once upon a time in 94, Montel made no money and something. I used to listen to that song on repeat every Friday night when I was in middle school, even though I was not going anywhere. And my mom would be like, could you turn that damn song off? And I was like, no, Mom. It's Friday night and I feel alright. The party's going on the west side. And she's like, you're not going anywhere. I know you're going to go in your room and just watch Martha Stewart on Lifetime. And I was like, shut up, Mom. I'm gonna go to a party where it's chain drinking. I'm gonna get somebody pregnant. And she's like, you're in 7th grade. You don't even know how to get people pregnant. And I was like, you're right. And to this day, I haven't gotten anybody pregnant. Thank God. Oh my God. One of the mommy bloggers I watch, she just had a baby. And she posts like, babies to them are like gold mines. They're like, yes, I'm pregnant. Yes, this is like so much content. And of course, as soon as they find out they're pregnant, they're like, I need to monetize this baby. So she found out she was pregnant. Wouldn't shut up about the baby, which whatever. I just clean your house. That's why I'm here. She posted. I've always thought like I would like to have a baby one day, like a baby that like I raised from being a baby. She posted the day in the life of a newborn. Let me tell you, I was so stressed out. I had to watch it in like 3 parts, and then I was like, I immediately, I need a vasectomy immediately because I never want to be in this position. This looks horrible. You know, she's like, it's 4 in the morning. He hasn't really slept. I've been up for 17 hours, and I was like, 17 hours? I was like, can the human body even survive that long? And this is, my sister watches this girl too, and my sister's like, I hate her. I was talking about a baby. And I was like, that's what the mommy bloggers do, Jen. I was like, that's like their thing. They either clean their kitchens that are already spotless so that they can throw in an ad for Grove Collaborative, or they talk about their kids and having kids or taking care of kids or whatever. And she's like, she needs to shut up about that baby and get back to cleaning her kitchen. And I was like, I agree. I keep telling Michelle, I was like, you need to become a mommy blogger. I was like, you literally have to just clean your house and then make a video of you cleaning your already clean house. Clean with me. Girl, there ain't a speck of dirt anywhere in that house. What are you pretending to clean? Hey guys, low-key, I love it. And I love you. How do we like that? So say it hangs like this. This is down here. These might not get used, but they are available if we need them. I like that sign like that. And it's in there really good, so. Alright, and I really like the mesh, so I'm not gonna go, I don't know what ribbon I wanna add. Maybe we'll just use this black and white. I want to get some more of this before Christmas is over at Walmart. I had this, but now when I look at it, my mom was like, it looks like Halloween, and I was like, you're right, it's Freddy Krueger ribbon. No, I can't do anything with it. I think I might do these stripes with this Harlequin and the ties, and then come back with the tubing, and then make my bow with kind of like this, and maybe this, and like the houndstooth, and like these. That's a lot of black and white though. There's got to be more red somewhere in that box, in my Valentine's Day box, because everything has a box now. All right, I'm gonna leave this here. You could definitely stop here if you wanted to. I think this is super cute, and I guess making this would cost you about $15, 15, 16, 17. The design's cheaper than the mesh, but yeah, everything from Craft Outlet, pipe cleaners from Walmart, frame from Dollar Tree. But I'm gonna come back tomorrow because I need to go rest my back and get some sleep and maybe eat some cheese. I don't know. All right, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, my wreath is off this side and I have cut 9 12-inch pieces of this Harlequin. That is a terrible dovetail. And 9 of the stripe. One of them is 2 inches and one of them is 1.5. I'm not too concerned about the minimal size difference. You know, it is what it is. I'm debating on if I'm even gonna have enough to get. I need 6 of each of these because I'm only doing ribbon on the outside. 12 pipe cleaners, not on the inside. And I'm gonna have enough of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut 6. And if I have enough of this, I will cut 6 of these. And then we'll get them in the wreath. And how I do that is, this is a 12-inch ruler from OmniGrid. You don't need this, you could use whatever. I just have this, it's handy. What do I use? So let's do, what do we say, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I fold that over, slide this out. Time I'm going to dovetail. I don't like to do more than, depending on the thickness of the ribbon, I don't like to do too many at a time because it shifts and then you end up with a wonky looking dovetail. I try to get it like a 45 and that's what we end up with. So I'm going to go through and do the rest of this and then we'll get these in the wreath. Doing. It's been like 3 days since I've sat down to work on this wreath because I'm sick. I just got over the stomach bug that was going around and I feel exactly like I did when I had it. So I don't know. I mean, I know you could definitely get the norovirus again. I just don't know how that would be possible considering I've eaten barely anything. But you know, that's my luck. Get over it just to get it again. So I feel pretty terrible. Anxiety's pretty high. My mom's coming over later just to hang out with me a little bit. Find my sleeping mask because somehow I lost it. I don't know how I lose something that I sleep with every night on my face, but I lost it. Let's see, I need one. Yeah, that should be enough. It's somewhere in the house, I just don't know where it's at. And again, this is 2.5, this is 3. A little bit of size difference, maybe it'll make things interesting. Who knows? And more importantly, who cares? feeling okay this morning, and I was like, I'm a little nauseous. Like last night, I was fully convinced I was having a heart attack. And Mom was like, take your drugs and go to sleep, which is what she always says, which is what my therapist says, which is what my doctor says. And I say, okay, it's probably anxiety. One day it is not going to be. One day it's not going to be anxiety, and taking a Valium is not going to do anything for me. So I got to sleep last night. Slept okay, didn't sleep long enough, but I can't remember the last time I actually slept long enough. And I woke up today and I was like, I feel okay-ish. I said I feel a little nauseous, but I also didn't eat much yesterday. So I got up, had some crackers, had some Theraflu because my throat was hurting and my ear was like throbbing. And I like Theraflu. Don't judge me. And then I just went like downhill quick. I actually left to go get lunch. I called the grocery store and I was like, do you have finger sandwiches? Because that's literally all I want. She's like, yeah, we got some. That one got those, came home, ate a couple, and immediately threw up. Which normally, I'm like, whatever, I threw up. Those finger sandwiches are not cheap. Like if I had thrown up something, you know, a bowl of soup or something, that would have been different, but I was upset about that. I can't find my sleeping mask, which my sleeping, you know, like what is it? Is it Linus and Charlie Brown with the blanket? My sleeping mask is my security blanket. It is the elastic part of it has been replaced so many times. There's no padding left in it. It doesn't even really fit my head. I just need to feel it on my head. And I can't do that right now, so I could not lay down today because I can't find the damn mask. Now my mom will come over, she'll find it, having dinner, cup of soup, cup of broth, sorry, not soup. Good God, that's hot. All right, so let's take a look at these. My ribbons are hanging up here because that's apparently a new storage space for me. This is a wider ribbon, so I want to do that with this smaller ribbon and then do the skinnier ribbon with this houndstooth. Right? Does that seem to make sense? I think I should the houndstooth go with the stripe because of the I don't know. Alright, so our wreath is back and I'm gonna start working on the outside. Harlequin's gonna go with the houndstooth because why not, and then this will go with that because why not, and the smaller ribbons obviously are gonna be, I'm gonna switch this. That's my stomach making noise. If you heard that, if you're like, oh my god, is somebody breaking into this house? No, that's just my stomach eating itself. Okay. So I'm just gonna fold these in half. Up. I was going to do deco mesh in this, not deco mesh, there's already deco mesh obviously. I was going to do deco tubing, but I don't know. right now I'm just gonna leave the pipe cleaners in there. So yeah, that's just sticking out a little bit, and I kind of like that. So now this side gets one of these, one of these. I was laying in bed and I was just like, I need to get up and do something. So this is what we're doing. Because I'm gonna feel just as sick sitting here as I am laying in bed. Right, like laying in bed's not helping anything. These are coming out, so I'm gonna go around and do that whole thing, and we'll chit chat and whatever. We'll just sit here in silence while I think about what terrible decision. Does anybody else feel like that? Like when something goes wrong, you're like, what did I do to deserve this? Like every single time something happens to me, I'm like, I'm a good person. I'm nice to people. I donated all those toys to Toys for Tots, and I went back and I bought like $20 worth of toys, the Dollar Tree's toy thing. I don't even know where those go. Hold open doors. I let people with one item go ahead of me at the grocery store. And I know that's not, life does not work on the go. A system of checks and balances. And like, I'd be fine being sick. Like, how I feel now, besides the nausea, is not that different than how I feel. Oh, that's hot. How I feel most days, anyway. But the anxiety that comes with it, that I'm convinced, even though I just had blood work, even though I was just in the emergency room and I just went to my doctor, that I am gonna die pretty soon, like probably during this video. And I think that is the true tragedy of mental illness, anxiety, depression, whatever, is that every mole turns into a mountain hill. And then what's a mountain hill for me? Everybody else is just like, it's a mole. Take your pills. I think it's awfully patronizing too when people are just like, well, you need to take your pills. Whatever. Let's talk about other things. Do I have any Valentine's Day stories? When I was I was driving, so I was either, I think I was a junior, because by my senior year I just stopped going to high school. I think I was a junior. Stay in school though, y'all stay in school. I think I was a junior, and it was Valentine's Day, and it was at the end of the day, and I got called to the office. And like, and I was like, what in the hell? I didn't even do anything. So I go there, and there is a dozen red roses and a huge bouquet of balloons. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so tacky. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? What's going on? And the secretary's like, these came for you. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, these came for you. And I said, oh. Well, that's not tacky. They were. I mean, I don't like red roses, but and I was like, oh, okay. She's like, you can come get them at the end of the, when the bell rings. And I was like, well, thank God I don't have to walk around carrying these things. So, bell rings for the end of the day, and I go to the office, I get the stuff. There's people everywhere. I don't know why there's people everywhere, but I am walking down the halls trying to get to the parking lot to get to my car, and there are, every single person I see is like, oh my god, Adam, where did those come from? And I was like, it's none of your damn business. You need to worry about yourself and your own career and not worry about mine. And then for like the next week, everybody's like, where did you get those? Who sent that? And I was like, it's none of your business. I knew who sent it. And I was like, you worry about yourself. I remember being like, not like embarrassed. I was just like, oh my god. I was like, because it was not like a cute supermarket bouquet of roses. It was like this big. And I remember I brought them home, and they were on the counter, and my sister came home with a supermarket bouquet of flowers for her girlfriend. She's like, what is that? And I was like, I got those today. And she's like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah. I mean, those are probably pretty expensive. What did you get? Oh, where did those come from? Save Center? You get this from the gas station? And then I dried the roses and I kept them for like, until the hurricane. This is cute. I think. Is it cute? Oh, it's cute. Doing other Valentine's Day. I think it was in 7th grade. Okay, I am 38. Well, am I 39 by the time y'all are viewing this? Hopefully I'm still 38. Yeah, I think it will be. Maybe. I don't know. I was in like 7th grade, and my mom and dad were both all, this is when my parents were still married, that's how long ago it was. They were so excited because for Valentine's Day, instead of getting each other presents, which my mom never got my dad a present, like that was his job, you know. For Valentine's Day, they had both decided instead of doing anything or going out to dinner, they were going to get a new mattress. And what was it? It was a new bed. It was like a giant king-size bed, this enormous mattress. And my mom still sleeps on that mattress to this day. And I'm like, Mom, we need to do something about this mattress, because it is like when she moved it to the house she lives in now, like I remember seeing the mattress come off the truck and it was like bent in half. And I was like, oh, I think it's time. And Carl kept saying he was gonna buy one. And then I'm like, why don't you get rid of that giant bed and get yourself like a queen size bed with a nice mattress on it? She's like, nothing's wrong with it. And I was like, it's literally like 20 years old. It's older than 20 years, because my 20-year reunion for high school was 20. Ugh, I don't even want to think about how old that mattress is. I just got a mattress a couple of years ago, and I'm already like, I need a new mattress. mostly want a new mattress because I have the night sweats because I'm apparently menopausal. I don't know. So occasionally I will wake up completely drenched in sweat, and when I go to change my sheets, there's all these stains from me literally waking up in a pool of sweat. We're finding out a lot about each other today, aren't we? And I'm sure I could get them out. I'm just like, oh god, it's so gross. It makes it look like dirty when it's not dirty. It's just sweaty. This is my least favorite part of making a wreath. I feel like it takes forever. I have not watched any of my Christmas movies that I watch every year. Like, I always watch. The only thing I watched this year was Christmas in the Cranks. I always watched Christmas Vacation. I try to watch Home Alone, even though I'm not like a huge Home Alone fan. Not a huge Elf fan. But I just haven't watched anything. Which I think is just because I'm so damn depressed. I'm just like, ugh. I need to watch the Charlie Brown, it's Christmas Charlie, whatever it's called, the one with the tree. I've been listening to this blog about it's these two women who apparently just hate men. Not casual, like, hey, we're feminists. Like, oh my god. Can you believe Chevy Chase looks at a woman in this movie when he's married to another woman? I'm like, yeah, he's a straight guy. Like, I mean, like they're like, oh, we hate A Christmas Story because, you know, there's this and this, and I'm like, how do you guys hate everything? But they were talking about the Charlie Brown Christmas, and they're like, yeah, he's definitely dealing with like a lot of depression, and he needs to see a therapist. And I'm like, didn't they make this thing in the 60s? How many kids were going to see psychiatrists in the 60s? They're just so like, I think it's called 25 Days of Christmas Movies, where they watch like 25 Christmas movies, and some of them like old classic movies, which I've never seen, like White Christmas. I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life, like, just because I don't like black and white movies. But like everything they watched, they were like, oh, it's so typical that Santa Claus would just come down your chimney without saying he was coming first. Like, obsessive much, and I'm like, oh my god, I hate both of you. But there's somewhere the really annoying girl is not there, and it's just the other co-host, and she's like, I like this movie, it was cute, and I was like, oh good, that's all I wanted to know. I think with my remains here, I am just going to tuck these in, because like the bow's gonna go here, and I think the bow's gonna go here. I don't know what I decided. I'm just gonna tuck these in around here. My hands are so shaky. I'm probably dying. I don't know why I put this sign on before I did this. It seems like it would have been a lot easier to do it afterwards, but I mean, I know it would have been a lot easier to do it afterwards, but I felt like maybe I can cut this off because I know I'm not going to put anything underneath there. Maybe if I got the bow on first, then I wouldn't put so many extra tails on there that you're not even going to see. And something fell behind the table again. I hope tonight to maybe stay calm long enough to watch something. Why am I using my scissors when my wire cutters are right there? Watch National Lampoon's because I feel like once I watch that, since it's my favorite Christmas movie, I feel like once I watch that, then it'll be like there's nothing to look forward to. Maybe I'll watch like Deck the Halls or Jingle All the Way or something. I kind of want to watch A Christmas Story because I haven't seen it in so long. That is also not one of my favorites. And like, it's good, it's cute, it's a fun time, but what was that? How do you guys like broth when you're sick? Like, do you do the granules? Do you do the carton? Are you one of those people who has a stockpile of homemade stock in their freezers? Oh, my mom's coming over. Okay, so I'm going to go outside to meet her. And I will come back and we will finish this a little bit later. Okay, so sorry about that abruptness. My mom came over to, rub my belly, make me soup, put a cool wash rag on my forehead. Actually, just changed the sheet on my bed and looked for my sleeping mask, which I found. So I'm gonna make a bow, trying something new with tube head cleaners. We're gonna see what happens. I don't know if that'll do anything. I don't think I'm adding the tubing, just because I'm like, do I need that? Do I need this red? I feel like I do because I don't have a lot of red ribbon yet. So this is obviously the one we're going to start with. I remembered my garbage can. Is everybody proud of me? Oh no! Oh! Did you see that? Oh, man. Everything keeps falling behind this table. I can't get to it. I'm not proud of myself for having my spool hold out, but whatever. Alright. This is going to be my base, even though it looks like Freddy Krueger. But you know what? Freddy Krueger needs love too. So yeah, I am going to start off. I'm going to do some 10-inch tails, and my loops are going to be 7. I'm just doing a 3-loop bow all the way down, so every row is going to get a little bit shorter. So Mom came over yesterday. She bought her dog. Her and Business got in a fight. The dog, not my mom. Because every time my mom's dog comes over, she's like, hey, I'm gonna go find the one toy. Like, she finds like a toy and she's like, this is mine now. And I'm like, that's not yours, you greedy little piglet. And then she thought Business was trying to get her toy, which was actually his toy. and they started scrapping, and I was like, what are they doing? And they're like snarling at each other, and Mom's freaking out, and I was like, I ain't worried about that. My dog can take your dog. We found the sleeping mask. It was on the side of my bed, you know, where one would expect it to be. And I put fresh sheets on my bed because I was like, I am gonna enjoy spending a couple of days just like chilling in bed, occasionally relaxing, whatever, because my mom's gotta work from 2 to 11 today and tomorrow, which I think is ridiculous, but whatever. But I went over there this morning because she has 2 nails, both thumbs, that I don't know what happened to them. I don't know what she did to these thumbs. They just look like they got caught in a can opener or something. Like all her other nails are nice and long and healthy, and these 2 are just like chewed down to nothing. So I went over there and put new thumbs, new gel tips on her thumbs. My thumb looks weird too. And then I gave her a Christmas manicure, which was supposed to be gray and red, but it ended up turning out more like brick and like a nude gray, which I still thought was cute. But she didn't want any glitter or anything like that, so I was like, well, I don't know what to do. It seems slightly un-American of me to not put glitter on everything. But yeah, they look cute. Maybe I'll post a picture if I can remember. I was just proud that I got those, that I, you know, got the gel nail on, and that they looked really good. You couldn't, like, once everything was painted, you couldn't tell the difference between her real nails and the 2 fake nails. What is this also? It also looks like Alice in Wonderland. Doesn't look a little like Alice in Wonderland, or is that just me? I can't believe that peg fell back there. No, I can't believe it because that's just, you know, how the cookie crumbles. I've decided to start doing voiceovers for the short videos because trying to be like, okay, well, we're making a bow, and then, oh crap, am I gonna have enough of this? Probably not. You're gonna have to wait. It's just a pain to try to edit it. I feel better just speeding up, you know, editing the long version and then speeding it up and then doing a voiceover over the short version. Because that way I'm not leaving anything out because I'm trying to tell you the story about how sick I am. Oh, y'all. I am not the one. I am not the one. Are you seeing this? Oh my God. I'm gonna... If you're new here and you don't know, every roll of ribbon I open up has a split in it somewhere, and it's never gonna fall where I need it to fall. It's never gonna be, you know, I think this needs to be like 5.5. It's gonna be like right in the middle of everything. Or not. I hate that. I think if it happened once, I'd be like, fine, but this is like every single time I make a bow. I should just cut this off now so I don't have to deal with it later. Goodbye. Is that long enough for ribbon tail? it's not like I'm not like frustrated by it because it's like, oh man, another like I'm gonna have to work around this. It's wasting product, and wasting product is wasting money. And y'all know I ain't got no money. So I'm supposed to be on vacation from now until the 11th. Sorry, I just stepped on a dog's toy. It's the 12th. So I have a month until my videos start posting again, but I'm like, I don't know what else to do with my life. So this is what I'm doing, and I was at my mom's today, and I said something. I was like, "Well, now that Christmas is over, you know, I'm doing Mardi Gras now," and she's like, "Christmas isn't over," and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah, but it's basically over." I said, "I mean, you wouldn't know Christmas still going on if you went to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Walmart." I said, "They're just like, okay, we're done. My Walmart is down to one aisle of Christmas stuff." I don't know. I don't know if they didn't just get as much stuff this year, or if people were buying more stuff this year. Like, oh, you finally not taking things for granted after we almost all died? Cool. But now I can't get evergreen wreaths on sale after Christmas. This ribbon just completely topped right back out. Yeah, I told my mom, I was like, there's like nothing. We went to Hobby Lobby, it was depressing. I checked at Walmart the other day because I was like, I need to know where they because they were moving everything around. I was like, I need to know where the wreaths are, because my plan is my mom's gonna go in like 4 on Christmas, the day after Christmas. I want her to get the wreaths at her Walmart. I'm gonna go to a different Walmart and get the wreaths. And if you're like, hey, that's not fair, you know what's not fair is making my mom work during the pandemic every day. So that's what I got to say to that. So she'll be able to get me the wreaths if they have any. I don't even. We're going to the other Walmart on either Monday or Tuesday, depending on which day she wants to go, since she's working this weekend. But yeah, I was just like, where is everything? I mean, they had so many of those wreaths left over, and I was like, who bought these? They look terrible. Unless somebody had the same exact idea I did, and then they were like, hey, let me just spend it, because they're only like $3 already. So it's not like I'd be saving a tremendous amount of money, but I'd be saving 50%, that's for sure. There is absolutely no way this bow is not going to collapse on itself. Just put that out there, in case anybody was wondering. I'm just going to do one loop of this, I think, because that's really all I have room for, isn't it? Okay, so feel a lot better today. I feel like I should mention that. I do feel better. I actually ate last night late because I was laying in bed and I was like, I ate something. Ate last night, ate early this morning, and then I ate again when I was by my mom's. Because she's like, I'm hungry, and I was like, fixing some grits. So I don't know how my mom, you know, like how Chinese food is always like, there's like no, it's not measured in any real temperature units, it's just freaking hot as hell. That's how my mom's grits are. My mom's grits are like, I'm like, did you cook these on a wok? How are these so incredibly hot? Okay, let's see if this... Did that actually just work? It's not like super secure, but it's also not going anywhere, is it? Okay. That was unexpected. It's not as tight as I want it, but I think it's as tight as it needs to be. I think you're supposed to be over here, buddy. Yeah. I keep buying this 4-inch ribbon, and I'm like, oh, I love it, and then I go to use it, and I'm like, oh my god, it's terrible. Another pipe cleaner on here because this just feels like it's gonna break. Oh. Okay. Look at that popping up like a Christmas goose. And I can still attach with these if I want to, which I probably do. I'm gonna twist these off. And I'm just gonna cut these off. How about that? How about we leave our long ones? I'm just gonna wrap them around there. I don't know what I'm doing. I just don't want anything to come undone. Okay. Y'all, I think that kind of worked. It looks a little lopsided, but would it be a wreath for me if it didn't have a lopsided bow on it? It would not. Okay, so we decided this is gonna go like this. Can I zoom out some? Oh, okay. Yeah, up here, I think. Oh, good, the ribbon just fell behind there. I need to do something about that. I'm gonna have to call in a contractor. Something. Be like, what's the problem? Someone will be like, stuff keeps falling behind my table and then I can't get it because my back hurts. But you know what? I got one of those old person grabby sticks somewhere. Holy crap, that just went through on the first try. What kind of 2021 magic is this? What do you guys think about the VACCINE? Again, I have to spell stuff because, you know, YouTube might decide that word is very dangerous tomorrow. Just like the, like they feel like, you know what happens to a woman once a month? And a woman of a certain age, once she becomes a certain age and then it stops, that thing that happens once a month unless you get pregnant. You can't say that. Can you believe that? Also, the anatomy that a woman has, where that thing comes from, down there, the thing inside, the area inside a woman's underwear, you can't say that either. You know what you can say though? What's in a man's underwear? Something just fell. I hope it wasn't a mouse. Yeah. I have been doing research into what you can say and what you can't say, and it's ridiculous. YouTube, if you're watching, there is no reason why a woman shouldn't be able to refer to her. I can't even say the G word, because I don't know if I can say that. Like, you know how, this is my thing with it, and then I'll stop talking about it because somebody at YouTube has like shut his whole channel down. He's using codes to talk about things we can't say because they're, I don't know, I don't even know the reason behind not saying it. Like, you know how many times I'm like, hey, my toilet's plugged, my toilet stopped up, or my sink stopped up, or I need to figure out how to do, something's wrong with my car, or something's wrong with my computer. The first place I go is YouTube. And I'm like, how to unclog a toilet, how to unclog a sink, how to refill the Freon in your truck. So it would make sense to me that if I am a young girl, I'm not. If I was a young girl and I had questions about my body, I might go on a place like YouTube and try to get answers to some of those questions, and then to find out that those videos are not only very hard to find, but the people who made them to give out information are not making any money from them. Is that boat in the wrong spot? It might be. That's how we wanted it. Yeah. Like, there's so much stuff where, like, I'm not one of those, I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, oh, well, it's definitely the patriarchy. It's definitely like, you know, oh, it's fine to talk about, you know, men stuff, but it's not fine to talk about women stuff. But a lot of this stuff is definitely targeted against women. Like, oh, you were assaulted and you want to talk, you know, you want to find out how other people have dealt with this. You want to hear their story so you can figure out how to deal with it. Well, good luck searching for that 4-letter R word. Or you're having thoughts of a harmful nature. Yeah, it's just, it's really, really ridiculous. I know they've gotten a lot better with it, but it's like, come on. And the reason it's like that is because some idiot somewhere was like, oh, I don't like that girl talked about the thing that happens to her every month. I don't like that she gave me options on how to deal with that, or products that are available that are, you know, an alternative to something I don't want to try, or something, you know, that didn't work for me, or something that makes me uncomfortable. Somebody was like, oh no, I don't like that. Let me just ban this. Let me report this, and then YouTube would be like, hey, you guys can't talk about that. You can't talk about something that happens to millions and millions of women every day? Really? of Viagra. We can talk about that all day long. I want place like when you. I was watching something. I don't remember what it was. It was something, and it was about like it was about like it was like growing up girl, or growing up a girl, and as a cisgendered male, I obviously don't have the experience of growing up as a girl because I was a boy my entire life. I am still a boy. I will always be a boy. And I've had privilege that's come with that, is that I don't have to see or experience things that girls and women go through every day. Like, it doesn't stop for them. I know we were talking about, that looks too long, huh? Like how when everything with the Black Lives Matter demonstrations, protest rallies, whatever you want to call them, whatever you're comfortable calling them, it was like, it doesn't, like these people are gonna still go home at night and wake up the next day in the same world. Like, maybe they're bringing, this is definitely not cut yet, like they're bringing information to this, but at the same time, they're still waking up black in America tomorrow. And maybe they have like a sort of protected, like a safe space, like there are places where groups of people, regardless if it's their race, their gender, whatever, their sexual orientation, where they can go, where they are, like, this is their spot. But, like, women, y'all gotta deal with that. Like, I know women have safe spaces too, but it's like, you gotta get to that place. You gotta deal with everybody along the way. It's just, oh. And like seeing it on a place like YouTube that's supposed to be, YouTube was not meant for people like these freaking idiot bloggers who do stupid crap, or stupid people who have gender reveals, whatever the hell that means, and burn down the forest, or dumb vloggers who paint on iPhones. Like, wasn't YouTube conceived as like a place where you could go for information and education? Could you come up just a little bit without me moving you? Because I would love that. But yeah. So about the VACCINE. That's what I was trying to get at. Like, I had that done when I was a kid. I had my flu shot. Did I get a flu shot this year? Or was it like, hey, you don't leave the house, you haven't left the house in months. Also, you're gonna get the stomach flu 8 times in a row, so what's the point? I think I like this. I don't think I'm gonna add the deco tubing, but I might want to add one of those big hearts, like over here, because this is gonna be here, so the heart can go like over here. I just need to kind of finagle this a little bit to where you can read the sign. I'm gonna go through and cut off my what are these things? These pipe cleaners. It's like I saw like a timetable of the release of the V word. Not that other V word you can't say. Or like, frontline workers, elderly people, people with compromised immune systems. And And I was like, oh, I could get the ACCINE by like February. Because I do have a compromised immune system. Then I see these people, they're like, well, I'm not doing that. But then to reach the, what is it, the herd immunity, you need like 75% of the population to get it. And there are people who won't get it. Which I can't even discuss that because I don't understand it. Like I understand it in what I've heard, like through satire and parody, but then I'm like, wait, are they serious? There's my pizza. I'm feeling better. Probably gonna eat pizza and feel terrible, but there's nothing in my house. I don't know what my glue pot is not plugged in. I don't understand the reasons why you wouldn't do something that would keep you and your family safe, or your child safe. Like my therapist once said, he was like, all because of Jenny McCarthy, and I was like, we can't blame everything on Jenny McCarthy. I mean, we can blame a lot of stuff because she's awful, but can we blame that? Can we blame that on her? Is that fair? I don't know. I keep pulling this bow. Eventually it's gonna be like over here. So yeah, whenever I am available, whenever my doctor calls and says, hey, got something for you over here, I will definitely be getting it. I just feel like if I can do anything to make this whole situation even slightly less stressful, you know, we're all still going to be wearing our mask, we're all still going to be social distancing, but if I can protect myself just a little bit more, protect my mom, protect my sister, I'm going to do that. Wait, I twisted these the wrong way. I need to make a concerted effort to always be like, all right, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So every time I tighten my pipe cleaners, I'm turning them right. Because that one I went to go tighten up and it untightened completely. Oh my god, how many of these are in here? I don't know which way this goes. I think it goes like this. Yeah. Isn't this cute? I mean, it's kind of bold for Valentine's Day, but I'm not a pink, like, I mean, a pink person, but like, I'd rather this than like pink and white and those colors, but who knows, I'm sure you'll see one of those before Valentine's Day. It's gonna be hard this year because Valentine's and Mardi Gras Day are in the same week. And I'm just like, how am I gonna schedule these uploads? Oh my god, there's still more. So tell me about your thoughts on the ACCINE, and know that whatever your thoughts are, I may not understand it, but like, this is America and you get to make whatever choice you want. So if you're not going to get the vaccine, I'd like to, oh my god, I said it, I'm gonna get demonetized. Oh well. If you're not, like, if you don't, like, I'm the kind of person where I'm like, oh, okay, everybody's saying like, yeah, we're gonna get this thing, it's gonna make things better, but I'm like, can a bunch of other people get it before me? Like, that's kind of how I feel. Okay, so our bow is on. It probably needs to be moved because I am, on this table, I am lower down, so I can't really see. No, that looks good. Yeah, that looks fine. Like the last Valentine's wreath I did, I had to like completely take the bow out and move it. Oh, good God. Alright, this one's going this way. I want this to kind of come this way, right? Yeah. But do I want to glue this in, or do I want to try to... You know what, it doesn't matter what I want to do because there's no glue in here. After I get this video filmed and these next two videos filmed, I am going to move all my tools over here because like my glue sticks are on the other side of the room. You're like, wow, you're putting a lot of glue on there, and yes I am, because this is probably how much I use on my glue pot. And you are gonna go in there. Can you maybe like twist around this way, mesh? There we go. Everybody's working together. I will be putting, what will I be putting on top of here? Okay. So just imagine it without the pliers holding the heart in place, and imagining it properly poofed and fluffed and everything, and yeah. This is such a cute sign. I'm so glad I decided to do the black and white and red. This is reading... I don't know how it's gonna look on camera, especially after like I correct the colors. This is reading like very dark navy purple. Like it doesn't look black, it looks navy, but it's black. But it looks navy. So, yes, this bow might need to be pulled in a little further. Like sunken down some, but I'll worry about that once I actually get it up. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go edit the last Valentine's Day video and this one. I'm super excited about that because I haven't done it in forever. And I'm gonna clean up my mess because that's what we do now. We don't leave messes to be cleaned up before we have to film my next video because it's a new year, even though it's only December 11th. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications, check out Etsy, check out Patreon. There's probably something there now, and I will see you later. Bye.